And here we are again. Welcome back. Friday, February the 23rd of 2024. And just wanted to touch on one of the big headlines that I just saw this morning, and I'm just getting to it tonight. Down here in the shop, so once again, the lighting is not too good. But our wonderful president has just basically forgiven $1.2 billion in student loan debt. So, and I know all you college people are thinking how wonderful this is. And my question is this. First of all, I hear this a lot from people about, oh, we should be able to go to college, and we shouldn't have to pay for it and all stuff. And the question I'd like to ask first is, if you think that this is so important, you want to go get a college degree, and by all means go do that. I'm not telling, this isn't a pro or con argument, but if you think college is so valuable, why are you not willing to pay for it? Is it just you don't see enough value in it to pay for it, but you think you have to have it? And not only do you think you should have to have it, it should be paid for off the backs of people that maybe didn't even go to college. Like myself, I don't have a college degree, but I've worked hard, and I've, developed a career for myself, and, and I've gotten through pretty well. So now you're telling me that I've got to be taxed more to pay for a college degree that I don't even benefit from. So, I guess if that's your way of thinking, it just goes along with the modern entitlement mentality. So, it just never seems to end. So my question is this: since we're, us the taxpayers paying for this, when do we get a forgiveness on some of our tax dollars to make our lives a little easier? Since you're taking my money to give to somebody to go to college that's supposedly making their life easier by taking, underwater, basket weaving or whatever it is that they're taking, and then they come out. Because from what I've been seeing over the last couple of years, it seems like the only thing that's coming out of college is a bunch of woke little entitled brats. The first sign of trouble, they're burning down the town. But I don't see them giving back too much to society anymore. I see them getting a bunch of worthless degrees and then crying on social media about how they can't find a job, with their political science degree, in their major in woke studies or, gender engineering or social justice warrior program at insert name of liberal college here. So that's why I ask you, you want all this, but you don't see enough value in it, or, enough importance to want to spend your own money to do it or earn that degree. So you're going to expect me to pay for it. And then on the back end, I get to have your down here tearing my neighborhood up when things just don't go your way. The next thing where does this end? And now I don't know if anybody saw this. In New York City, I just saw this video this morning, and I wish I could remember the gentleman's name because I'd love to give him credit for this. Went to one of the hotels in New York City. Tried to go inside. He's kind of doing a bit of a man on the street video. Tried to go into a nice hotel. This isn't some, Roach Motel. This is a nice hotel, 30 stories. Tried to go in the door, and he was stopped at the door and told him that this hotel was now closed to the public. And upon talking to the security guard there, finds out that hotel is full of illegal migrants that have been brought there. They're getting free room and board. The average room in that hotel is $200 a night. This guy did the math, and this is only one of, I believe, 5 that they know of so far in New York that are full of this. They're closed to the public. They're housing them. This particular hotel is getting paid over $7 million a month of taxpayer dollars to keep these people in there. They're given 2 meals a day. They're given credit cards with money loaded on them. Guess who's paying for it? Once again, us taxpayers. When is this going to end? I know this is maybe steering a little bit away from the preparedness that what's probably what you're used to from here, and some of the budget stuff. But let's face the reality. this is affecting us this is going to affect everybody in a negative way. How there's people that can look at this and think this is okay. We have homeless veterans all over the country. I believe it's an average of 20 some a day are committing suicide, but we're bringing people in here. For what reason? Do we want to know the reason? To build up the voter base for the Democrat Party. Let's call it what it is. Joe Biden said this in 2017. Bring them across. Just a flood. His exact words were flood of illegal immigrants. He doesn't care. He wants the European white man to be the minority. And it's not really about that. It's about a voting base. It's about building that voting base so they will never be out of power, which, if you ask me, I don't think they're ever going to be now at this point anyway, because they've got it all figured out. But that's a story for another time, and I'm sure YouTube will probably kick this video off for saying that, and that's fine. I don't give a crap. I don't live off of YouTube. This doesn't pay my bills. So, but this is, you really get to thinking of this. I mean, this isn't a left and right issue. This is an American issue. You're getting taxed hard every payday, and now with some of the new tax codes, and I haven't done my taxes yet, but I know I've talked to a couple people that has. It is not good. They're people that are typically they're taking the same deduction, they're getting nothing back. The tax code they've upped it, they've changed it around, so basically to screw us all. But here, the interesting thing is in New York, which went along with this video. I'm kind of got off track a little bit. There was a video right before it of a guy from New York who owns rental properties. Every single one of his rental properties has gone up 10 to 75% in his assessment value and his taxes. Some of his properties have actually gone up $9,000 per year in taxes. So hit the New York taxpayer, and in their defense, they probably voted for this nonsense because they voted for the people that are in power. So in some ways, I don't really feel bad for them, but this is going to trickle down to other communities. And with the garbage politicians we have in office right now that are just trying to put the screws us any way I can. Because let's face it, they're trying to make the two classes, the elite, and make the rest of us poor. They're going to lock you in your little pod and feed you crickets and let you drive your battery powered go-kart or whatever they decide you're actually allowed to have, and they'll let you know when you can go buy your food with your digital currency because they'll have control over that too. This is never ending, people. I mean, if we don't wake up soon, if we don't wake up soon, we're never going to wake up. This is just going to be a constant nightmare for us all 24 hours a day. So, I mean, really stop and think about this. This is a $1.2 billion for people that, to forgive their college degrees. We have migrants that are coming into New York City, and this isn't just New York City. This is cities all over the country that we're basically paying for. And we're sending how many billions of dollars over? We're helping every country overseas secure their borders while we're just letting ours just flood open. If you don't see there's a problem by now, I don't know when you're going to. If you voted for this, I think you should be the first to step up in line and take at least 5 of these illegals and put them in your house and take care of them. Why should I be expected to do this? I didn't vote for this thing. I think it's wrong. I have no problem with legal immigration. I understand why people would want to come here. This was a great country. It was. There's still great aspects of it. I think there's great people here, but with our current administration and our current crop of politicians, and this is a left and right. I say it all the time. Left and right is the same. Left and right wing of the same bird. So, we're not gonna vote our way out of this at this point. I really don't believe. I don't even know if it's possible at this point. I'm not even sure how much our votes count anymore. But this is really something to think about. I'm actually I thought about even contacting my representative, but just from my own experience from doing this over the years, because I've been involved in politics at different levels and at different organizations over the years. It's few and far between that you actually get one that really gives a damn about what we think. You'll get a canned response back if you send an email, you send a letter. Half the time they'll send you a letter back that doesn't even pertain to what you said. They literally just send these, thank you for your interest and whatever. I'm not even sure it does any good because let's face it, when they get in, their number one job is to get reelected. It's not really taking care of the people. So anyway, I'd tell you to write your politicians, and it's probably not a bad idea. You know, if you feel that they might get somewhere, fine. If you have a personal relationship with your local representatives, go for it. Personally, I'm not as confident as I used to be in that system. So, but you know, like I said, you know, when you go to do your taxes this year, think about all that money that you didn't get. You know, and they take their money first. The government takes their money first out of what you earn. You know, you'll work till June this year just to pay your taxes. So, you know, think about that when you're doing this. You know, think about all those people that are living in a hotel on your dime. You know, think about all the people sitting at a college dorm party right now, you know, dragging on a beer bong while you're working your ass off to pay for their tuition. So they can come out and, you know, they can be social justice warriors, and they can be, you know, gender studies majors, and God knows what other BS degree is out there. So, you know, when you sit down with your H&R Block rep this weekend and you know, do your tax forms and realize that you got nothing coming back, or you owe the government way more than you've ever had to pay in your life, think about that when you're doing that, and think about all the people eating on your dime, you know, and partying away on your dime at the colleges. Anyway, I'd like to say have a good weekend, but I guess we're not starting off on a good note. Of course, this always comes out on Fridays. They always bring the bad news out on Fridays, so they hope by Monday we'll all forget about it. But I'm trying to make sure that you don't. So pass this on if you like this channel. Please subscribe. You know, like it if you can. Share it if you think there's something pertinent here, and hopefully you're all back up and running from the solar flare that selectively took out only AT&T. Anyway, we'll see you on the next one. Have a good weekend. God bless everybody. Take care.